everyone. Welcome to this week's quiz. Sorry for being very slightly late. I hope you've all had a wonderful fortnight and looking forward to another week of quizzing, well, another evening's quizzing. So as usual, we'll be starting at about 8:05 just to give people some time to join. In the meantime, use this time to make sure you're nice and settled, grab yourself a drink, and have a look at the picture round. So you can find that in the video description or over on the Facebook page. Theme this week for the pictures is they're all zoomed up objects, foods, that kind of thing, zoomed in very close. You just have to work out what they are. Reggie, pinch punch for cinnamon. So hi Reggie, and yes, happy 1st of March. I can't believe it's March already. Like 2021 seems to be flying by. I don't know whether it seems that way to anyone else. Certainly to me, it seems to be going incredibly quickly. But there we go. So I mean, I can't believe in 3 weeks, yeah, pretty much 3 weeks tomorrow will be the anniversary of lockdown number 1, which is crazy. It does not feel like it's been a year. It does also mean it's nearly a year of me doing these quizzes. My first quiz was on the 1st of April last year, so it's 11 months today, so almost a year, which feels crazy. We have to do something to celebrate. I don't know what we'll do to celebrate, but if anyone has any ideas of what we can celebrate doing this for a year, well, then do let me know. Sorry, I'm just rambling now. It's been one of those days. I don't really feel like I've had a break at all, just because it's been very busy. But there you go. Days are like that sometimes. It's a problem with me being in the office on a Monday and then doing this quiz is sometimes feel like I don't get a break. But I don't mind. It's all a bit nice and bit of fun. If I could talk, would be helpful. Also, doesn't help that I did leave writing most of this quiz until my lunch break today. That's the other reason it doesn't feel like I've had a break, is I was incredibly disorganised. Hence why the picture round was slightly late going up as well. You would have thought me dropping the frequency of the quiz down to 2 weeks, I'd be super organised, but no. Did not happen this week. Anyway, we're feeling very, very thin on the ground this evening. There's only 3 of you. Normally we've got 4 now. Normally we've got quite a lot more than this by now. But there we go. Maybe other people are just running as late as I am. But so this is why we give it until 8:05, just to give anyone who might be running slightly late some time to join. So hello and welcome if you've just joined. Hi Prem. Hello and welcome if you've just joined. Welcome to this evening's quiz. Well, there we go. We've doubled the number of people in the last 20 seconds. So that's always a good shout. Hi Andrew. Hi Ryan. Yeah, it's just the way that I put my laptop down on my desk. Nothing particularly. I can shift it very slightly that way. Does that make you feel any better? But yes, hello and welcome to everyone who's just joined. And so we'll be starting in about 5 minutes, so just use this time as usual. Get yourself nice and settled, check out the picture round. So if you haven't already looked at the picture round, the link to that is over on Facebook. It's also in the video description down below. Your theme this week, they're all zoomed in objects, foods, things you might find around the house, that kind of thing. Zoomed in pictures, you just have to work out what they are. Some of them are quite easy, some of them are a little bit tricky. Some that I didn't get, so I'm not gonna lie, I just took the pictures from another quiz, but yeah, there was a couple in there that I didn't get, so have fun. Hi Declan, hi Andrew, hi Ryan, hi Prem, I can't remember if I said hello to you. Yes, I hope you are all well. Oh, I don't know why. The last 20 seconds, or not 20 seconds, 2 minutes. My nose has just started drooping. So apologies, guys. That's probably way too much information. But okay. Oh yeah, happy St. David's Day. Hi, Chris. I'm guessing Yvonne's there as well. So hi, Yvonne. I hope you are both well. Oh, and yeah, hope you're all. Hope everyone is staying safe still. Let's see. Good news that fingers crossed things will be starting to open up a little bit more now, as of next Monday. We shall see. I'm not holding my breath for some of the future dates. There we go. Hi, Mum. Yeah, hope you are okay. Hope you're well. Yeah, and yeah, happy March, everybody. I was saying 3 weeks, and we'll have been in lockdown for a year, pretty much. Well, it'll be a year since the first lockdown, which is crazy. It does mean in about a month's time, I would have been doing these for a year. It's also crazy because my first one was on the 1st of April. Would you believe it? Quite a long time ago. Not that it feels that long. But yeah, I'll say I felt like we should do something to celebrate. I don't know what. I don't know what there is that we can do to celebrate, really. But a quiz of the year, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we'll be starting this evening's quiz in just a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, as usual, get yourself a drink if you want one, get yourself nice and settled, and have a look at the picture round. Oh, hi, Coralie. Thank you. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, just a couple more minutes until we start. Sorry for the link going up a little bit late. Sorry for me starting this slightly late. Sorry, this whole day has just been a long day. There we go. We will get by. We will have fun. So yeah. Hi, Paul. Hope you're okay. As I say, I always feel like I just ramble and repeat myself. So I'm sorry for anyone who's been here right since the start of this live stream. I think I've said the same thing about 4 times. So apologies. That probably is why people are starting to turn up later and later. I was bored of me repeating myself. But there we go. Turn notifications off on my phone, actually. That one, I mean, my watch keeps buzzing and that gets very annoying. There we go. All right. That's muted. That's not going to be quite as annoying buzzing on my wrist now. And with that, we are at 8:05, so I'm going to make a start. So hello and welcome, everyone. Whether I've said hello to you or not, hello and welcome. I hope you've all had a lovely fortnight and that you're looking forward to this evening's quiz. So the format of the quiz is the same as it always is, but just in case anyone's new, I will run through. So we'll start off, so there'll be 5 rounds. We'll do 3, then have a short break, then mark those 3, then we'll do the final 2, have a short break, mark those 2, and mark the picture round. So your round themes this week, we've got general knowledge. We've then got a round all about springtime, just it's the start of March, so need something bright. So why not springtime? We've then got a Dit Lloyd's round. So I've not done those for a while, but they're always quite fun. We then got a geography round, and finally a general knowledge connection round. And obviously the picture round, which is zoomed in objects. You just have to work out what they are. So just before we start, just a couple of ground rules. Again, these are the same as always, but just in case anyone is new. Sorry. Yeah, just in case anyone's new. Rule number one is same as any sort of standard quiz. I want to know what you know, not what you're able to look up. So please don't go Googling your answers or looking them up in any way, shape, or form. The whole point of a quiz is to test what you know. So there's that. Number two is please don't post the answers in the comments, like write them on a separate piece of paper or Word document or something like that, but not in the comments. Just because it spoils it for everyone else. If they can see what the answers are, there's no point. Also, answers that are obviously jokey are fine. It's quite fun seeing all the banter that goes on. But yeah, nothing that is or could be the correct answer in the comments. Number three is please be polite to me. I'm a human. I have feelings. I get sad if I get shouted at. So I know that I do occasionally make mistakes. It's human nature. But yeah, please be polite in your corrections if you notice anything that is wrong, or if you want any clarification. Obviously, you're marking your own answers, so use your own judgment. I will answer. Obviously, if you have any questions, then let me know. But yeah, use your own judgment and stuff. But you please be polite. And number four is just have fun. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. There's no prizes for it. It's just meant to bring a bit of a smile to your faces in lockdown. Fingers crossed we won't be in lockdown for too much longer. But there we go. So yeah, with that, we are about ready to start the quiz. So if you are ready for your general knowledge round, then let me know in the comments and we will begin. I know there's sometimes a bit of a delay with YouTube, but not usually this much. Yeah. Oh, hi Rachel, you're just in time. Just in time. We're just about to start. Cool. I've had a couple of readies, so I am going to say we will make a start. So, starting as always with general knowledge, question one. Who won a BAFTA in 2007 for her film portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II? So, number one again, who won a BAFTA in 2007 for her film portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II? Number two, the slogan "Just Do It" was featured in ads for which company? So the slogan "Just Do It" was featured in ads for which company? Question number three, what is the flavour of Devil's food cake? So what is the flavour of Devil's food cake? Which, to be fair, is quite an American flavour of cake, I think. Number 4, before the current yellow ones, what colour were the tennis balls used at Wimbledon? So, before the current yellow ones, what colour were the tennis balls used at Wimbledon? Number 5, which actress plays Jessica Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote? So, which actress plays Jessica Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote? Sorry, guys. Number 6, Chicago is known as the what city? So, Chicago is known as the what city? Number 7, which king put his seal on the Magna Carta? So, number 7, which king put his seal on the Magna Carta? Number 8, which vegetable can be dwarf, runner, or broad, amongst others? Uh, which vegetable can be dwarf, runner, or broad, amongst other varieties? Number 9, in Cockney rhyming slang, what is a china? So, in a Cockney rhyming slang, what is china? What a china? Number 10, which character is described as the international man of mystery? So, which film character is described as the international man of mystery? Okay, so with that, we are at the end of the first round. As usual, if you have any questions you'd like repeating, then do let me know. I'll give you about half a minute and then we move on to the next round. Of course, Declan, question 6. So Chicago is known as the what city? So essentially, what's the nickname of the city of Chicago? Like New York is the Big Apple, what's Chicago? And number one was who won a BAFTA in 2007 for her film portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II? Prem, that's number 3. It's Devil's Food Cake, so FOOD. Okay, so I'm going to move on to round 2 now. If you want any more questions repeating from round 1, I'll do them in the break after round 3. But round 2 is all about springtime. And things that happen in the spring, things that are related to the spring. Prem, I'll repeat it in the break. But question 1 of round 2, what date is St. Patrick's Day? So number 1, what date is St. Patrick's Day? Number 2, to the nearest million, how many Easter eggs are sold every year in the UK? So number 2, to the nearest million, how many Easter eggs are sold every year in the UK? So if you get the exact million, well, like the exact number rounded to the nearest million, I'll give you a full point. If you're 5 million either side, you can get half a point. Number 3, what spring flower is the national flower of Wales? So what spring flower is the national flower of Wales? I don't know. I found the answer to it online. I'm guessing it probably is, yes, including cream eggs for question 2. I honestly didn't look into it in that much detail. Yeah, so number 3 was what spring flower is the national flower of Wales, and then number 4, what is the spring holiday period for college students in the US known as? So what is the spring holiday period for college students in the US known as? Okay. Number 5, according to the meteorological seasons, what is the first day of spring? So that essentially, according to the Met Office, what is the first day of spring? So repeat that. Number 5, according to the meteorological seasons, or the Met Office essentially in the UK, what is the first day of spring? Number 6, who was the Greek goddess of the spring in addition to being queen of the underworld? So number 6, who was the Greek goddess of the spring in addition to being queen of the underworld? Number 7, what UK holiday takes place on May the 1st? So what UK holiday takes place on May the 1st? Number 8, in Japan, what type of tree famously produces blossom in the spring? So in Japan, what type of tree famously produces blossom in the spring? Number 9, how many months are sheep pregnant for? See, naturally giving birth to their lambs in the spring generally. So question 9, how many months are sheep pregnant for? And 10, which small white flowers are commonly among the first to emerge in the spring in the UK? So number 10, which small white flowers are commonly among the first to emerge in spring in the UK? Okay, so with that, we're at the end of round 2. So if you want any of those questions repeating, then let me know. Okay, no one's asked for any repeats, so I will move on to round 3. So round 3 are all ditloids. So ditloids, I've done these in the past, but not for a little while. So if you're not sure what they are, they're sort of essentially I'll give you a phrase that contains words and numbers, but the words I'll only give you the first initial. So for example, 7W of the W, your answer would then be 7 wonders of the world. I hope that makes sense. We'll make a start and let me know if you're still confused. Usually some of these are just quantities or calculations, some of them are phrases. They're a bit of a mixture of everything. So number 1. No, Ryan, that's not question 1. That was just an example. Question number 1 is 360D in a C. So 360D in a C. So that's D for Delta and C for Charlie. Number 2 is 26L of the A. So number 2, 26L of the A. So that's L for Lima, A for Alpha. Number 3 is 1SS for M. That's 1SS for M. That's so S, so Sierra, Sierra, Mike. The words you need the initials. Number 4 is 21S on a D. So 21S on a D. So that's S for Sierra and D for Delta. Number 5 is 13S on the AF. So 13S on the AF. So it's S for Sierra, A for Alpha, F for Foxtrot. Number 6, 2HRBT1. So 2HRBT1. So it's H for hotel, B for Bravo, T for Tango. Number 7 is 7C on E. So number 7 is 7C on E. So C for Charlie, E for Echo. Number 8 is S in TS9. So number 8 is S in TS9. So that's S for Sierra, T for Tango, S for Sierra. Ryan, yep, that's it. Number 9 is 16O in a P. So 9 is 16O in a P. That's O for Oscar, P for Papa. And number 10 is 20N on a DB. So 10 is 20N on a DB. So it's N for November, D for Delta, B for Bravo. Okay, with that, we are at the end of round 3, and therefore we're at the end of the first half of the quiz. So if you need any questions repeating from any of the first 3 rounds, then do let me know. Otherwise, I'll give you about 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and do the answers. So Prem, I'll repeat round 1, question 3 for you. So round 1, question 3 is, what is the flavour of Devil's Food Cake? That's food as in like FOOD, like things that you eat in general. All right, it's about a minute left now. Um, so Ryan, it's the first version, so it's the word for like FOR, not the number four. So it's a slightly confusing one. Oh, Coralie, that's a bit strange. Is anyone else having difficulty seeing the pictures in the picture round? And so Ryan, question 8, it's A AS in TS9. The A, it's like the indefinite article A, not a capital A, if that makes sense. Okay, no, that's fine, Coralie. Cool. I'm glad. Um, yeah, no, that's fine, Coralie. I'm glad you can see them now. um, all right, I've actually given you a fair bit longer than I said I would. So let's make a start on the answers now. So starting off with the general knowledge round. Question 1 was who won a BAFTA in 2007 for her film portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II? That was Helen Mirren. Number 2, the slogan "Just Do It" was featured in ads for Nike. Number 3, Devil's Food Cake is a type of chocolate cake. Very, very decadent. Number 4, so before the current yellow tennis balls, the balls used at Wimbledon and I think a lot of other competitions were white. Number 5, a little bit of an Easter egg for anyone who's been playing my quizzes for a while. The actress that plays Jessica Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote is Angela Lansbury. Number 6, Chicago is known as the Windy City. Number 7, the king that put his seal on the Magna Carta was King John. Number 8, so you have dwarf, runner, and broad beans. Number 9, Cockney rhyming slang. China is a mate, we're a friend. It comes from China plate, rhyming with mate. And number 10, the character described as International Man of Mystery is Austin Powers. Number 2, the round all about springtime. So number 1, St. Patrick's Day is the 17th of March. Number 2, to the nearest million, there's about 80 million Easter eggs sold every year in the UK. So if you've said 80 million, you get the full point. If you're anywhere between 75 and 85 million, you get half a point. Number 3, the spring flower that's the national flower of Wales is a daffodil. Number 4, the spring holiday period for college students in the US is spring break. Number 5, according to the meteorological seasons, the first day of spring is March the 1st. So today, in fact. So the meteorological seasons are different to the astrological seasons, which is what most people think of with the equinoxes and the solstices. The meteorological seasons are 3-month chunks starting on the 1st of the 3 months, so 1st of March, 1st of June, 1st of September, and 1st of December. So number 6, the Greek goddess of the spring is Persephone. So she was queen of the underworld. So she was there for 6 months and then out for 6 months, which is why you have spring and summer being when she's out, and autumn and winter being when she was in the underworld. Number 7, the UK holiday that takes place on May the 1st is May Day. Number 8, in Japan, famously you have the blossom from the cherry trees. Number 9, sheep are pregnant for 5 months. And number 10, the small white flowers that are commonly among the first to emerge in spring in the UK are snowdrops. And moving on to the ditloids. So number 1, 360D in a C is 360 degrees in a circle. Number 2, 26L of the A is 26 letters of the alphabet. Number 3, 1SS for M is one small step for man. So Neil Armstrong when he landed on the moon. Number 4, 21S on a D is 21 spots on a die. Number 5, 13S on the AF is 13 stripes on the American flag. Number 6, 2HLBT1 is 2 heads are better than 1. Number 7, 7C on E is 7 continents on Earth. Number 8 is a S in TS9 is a stitch in time saves 9. Number 9, 16O in a P is 16 ounces in a pound. And number 10, 20N on a DB is 20 numbers on a dartboard. Coralie, to answer your question, so Labour Day, is Labour Day always the 1st of May? If it is, then yes, you can have that. The question obviously was the UK bank holiday. So, the UK holiday. So, as I say, you've used your discretion. I don't know. I didn't think we had Labour Day in the UK. But that might just be me being wrong. So, as I say, use your discretion. Okay. In that case, yeah, go for it. So, in that case, anyway, we'll move on to round 4 now. So round 4's a geography round. It's a little bit of a lazy round for me. I'm not gonna lie. So there are 11 countries in the world whose first letter is the letter G. Name 10 of them. Don't have to be in any sort of order, but so there's 11 countries in the world that start with the letter G. Name 10 of them. It's your entire round 4. I'll give you a couple of minutes for that. No, I'm specifically looking for countries. So anywhere that's an overseas territory of another country doesn't count. These are countries in their own right. Okay. What I'll do is I'll move on to round 5 now. And obviously there'll be time in the second break to have another think about these ones if you've not got 10 already. I'm going to say now there's no bonus point for getting the 11th one. So maximum of 10 points still, but you don't need to have them in any particular order. Moving on to round 5 now. So round 5 is a general knowledge round with a connection. So the first 9 questions will be general knowledge questions, and number 10 will be what links them, the hidden link. So question number 1, which Gerry Rafferty song is famous for its saxophone solo? So number 1, which Gerry Rafferty song is famous for its saxophone solo? Number 2, if Big Ben is out of action, the bell in which building stands? Number 2, if Big Ben is out of action, the bell in which building stands in for the broadcast of the time signal? Essentially the ringing on every hour. Number 3, which song won the Eurovision Song Contest for ABBA? So number 3, which song won the Eurovision Song Contest for ABBA? Number 4, which children's BBC show about a fictional school ran for 30 years starting in 1978? So number 4, which children's BBC show about a fictional school, ran for 30 years starting in 1978? Number 5, which game with apparently complicated but in truth non-existent rules is a regular feature on I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue? So, which game with apparently complicated but in truth non-existent rules is a regular feature on I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue? Number 6, where do Newcastle United play their home games? So number 6, where do Newcastle, can't talk, repeat that, start that one from the beginning. Where do Newcastle United play their home games? In which football ground? Number 7, which landmark was bought by Robert McCulloch, who dismantled it and exported it to Arizona in the US? So number 7, which landmark was bought by Robert McCulloch, who dismantled it and exported it to Arizona? Lost the ability to talk in this round, I apologise. Number 8, which car manufacturer's current range includes the Astra, the Mokka, spelt M-O-K-K-A, and the Crossland, or Crossland? So, which car manufacturer's current range includes the Astra, the Mokka, spelt M-O-K-K-A, and the Crossland? Number 9, which British football team plays at the Emirates Stadium? So, which British football team plays at the Emirates Stadium? And then question 10, what's the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? So, what's the connection? Okay, and with that, we are at the end of round 5, and therefore at the end of all of the questions for this evening. So if you need any questions from that round repeating, then let me know. We've already seen a couple. Otherwise, I'll give you about 4 minutes probably with round 4 as well. I'll give you a bit more time to think about that. But for now, I'll repeat questions 4 and 5. If you need any others, let me know. So question 4 was, which children's BBC show about a fictional school ran for 30 years, starting in 1978? And number 5, which game with apparently complicated, but in truth non-existent rules, is a regular feature on I'm Sorry, I Haven't a Clue? Reggie, I don't want to confuse people by repeating a question from a round that we've already had the answers to. I'm glad you liked the question enough to ask me to repeat it. I'll tell you now, ever since I wrote round 5, question 1, I've had that song stuck in my head. The Gerry Rafferty song. All right, I'll give you all about another minute now. And of course, don't forget to finish looking at the picture round if you haven't done so already. Right, okay. I will make a start on going through the answers now, unless unless everyone comes back to me saying, no, we need more time. But didn't think so. I've given you a fair amount of time now, so make a start. Starting off with round 4, which is the geography round, all about countries, starting with G. So you can have 10 out of these 11. Doesn't, as I say, it doesn't matter which order they're in. Just tick them off wherever they come. I'm going to read them in alphabetical order because it's the easiest way for me to read them. So you can have any of the following: Gabon, Gambia, Georgia, Germany, Ghana, Greece, Grenada, Guatemala, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, or Guyana. There we go. Notice I've got a very random short curl compared to the rest of my hair there. Go over my shoulder. Sorry, distracting myself. Reggie, no, you don't get a bonus point for getting all 11. I said that when I read the round. I said there wasn't a bonus point. Okay, well done if you did get all 11, but yeah, no bonus point available there. Moving on to the connection round. So number 1, the Gerry Rafferty song that's famous for its saxophone solo is Baker Street. Number 2, if Big Ben is out of action, the bell in St Paul's Cathedral stands in for it. Number 3, the song that won Eurovision for ABBA was Waterloo. Number 4, the children's BBC show about a fictional school was Grange Hill. Number 5, the game with apparently complicated but non-existent rules is Mornington Crescent. Number 6, Newcastle United play their home games at St James's Park. Number 7, the landmark that was bought by Robert McCulloch and moved to Arizona was London Bridge. Number 8, the car manufacturer whose current range includes the Astra, the Mocha and the Crossland is Vauxhall. Number 9, the British football team that plays at the Emirates Stadium is Arsenal. And number 10, the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers is that they're all London Underground stations. Declan, no, Greenland isn't, because Greenland, it's not a country in its own right. It's, I believe, a territory of Denmark. Same as Guam is a territory of the US, if anyone was wondering about why that wasn't an answer. And there's possibly a few others, but yeah, it's owned by, Greenland is owned by Denmark. It's not a country in its own right. And then finally, moving on to the picture round now. So picture number 1 is a close-up of a pencil. Number 2 is a close-up of a razor. Number 3 is a close-up of a tomato, it's the stem. Number 4 is a paperclip. 5 is a tea bag. 6 is a pen. 7 is a cigarette. 8 is an Oreo cookie or a chocolate biscuit. 9 is a toothbrush. And 10 is a zip. So there we go. That is all of your answers for this week. with that, we are at the end of the quiz. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And say we'll be back in a fortnight, same as always. There was something I was going to say. I can't remember what it was. Can't have been hugely important. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye, everyone. Have a lovely couple of weeks. Bye.